Before he conquered the world, he was only a prince from Macedonia. His father dreamed of conquest. Alexander dreamed even bigger. From childhood, he was trained for war. But Alexander believed he was destined for greatness. Then tragedy changed everything. His father was dead.
With honor. I will carry your legacy.
At only 20 years old, Alexander became king.
Did you hear what they're plotting against
Many
the council?
believed the young king would fail. They were wrong. Alexander united Greece through force and fear. Then he looked
Persian
east
Empire.
toward Persia.
It will be mine.
The greatest empire on earth awaited him.
Forward, men!
In 334 BC, Alexander crossed into Asia. He was badly outnumbered. But Alexander attacked first.
Ha! Yeah! Press the attack, no mercy! Forward, break them!
The Persian lines collapsed. Victory made Alexander unstoppable.
Onward to glory!
City after city surrendered.
The time
Persia
has come.
still had
We are
one
ready, my
final
lord.
king.
The legions await your command. Then rise.
And he prepared the largest army Alexander had ever seen. Alexander marched deeper into Persian territory without fear. Then the Persian king finally moved against him.
Soldiers,
At Issus,
advance!
two empires prepared to collide.
Forward!
Alexander charged directly toward the Persian king. Darius panicked and fled the battlefield. Persia's greatest army had been defeated. But Alexander wanted more than victory.
Here.
He wanted the
strike here.
entire Persian
Yes,
Empire.
No turning back.
One city dared to resist him. Alexander prepared for one of history's greatest sieges. For months, the city refused to surrender. So Alexander built a road through the sea. Then the walls finally fell. Alexander's
ancient
legend
world, hear
spread
this
across the
news.
world.
A new era begins. We must unite.
Egypt welcomed him as a liberator. There, he founded a new city. But Persia still survived in the east. Darius gathered one final army. At Gaugamela, the fate of empires would be decided. Alexander attacked with terrifying speed.
Retreat.
Once again,
To the hills.
Darius fled.
Hold the line. Do not break. Faster, the line is collapsing.
The Persian Empire was finished. Alexander had
Rise, my
conquered the
warriors.
greatest
The hour
empire
of
on
destiny is
earth.
upon us.
But conquest had changed him. And his ambition still had no limits. Alexander marched deeper into Asia than any Greek before him. His soldiers were exhausted after years of war. But Alexander refused to stop. In India, he faced new enemies and war elephants. The battles became more brutal than ever before. Yet Alexander still emerged victorious.
We cannot
But his
fight.
army could
We have
go
lost
no
too much.
farther.
We have lost nothing if we fight for honor. Hold the line! For glory!
For the first time, Alexander was forced to turn back. Years of conquest had changed the world forever. But Alexander himself was growing weaker. In Babylon, the conqueror fell ill. The man who conquered the world was dying. And
must
no
act
one
now,
knew who
before
would
it's too
inherit
late.
his empire.
The enemy gathers strength while we deliberate.
Soon, Alexander the Great was gone.
In memory of...
But his legend would survive for thousands of years.
What if the man blamed for one of the most devastating disasters in history was actually innocent? In 64 AD, a massive fire tore through the heart of Rome. It burned for days, destroyed entire neighborhoods,
Keep moving!
left
Move!
thousands
Hurry!
homeless.
Hurry!
And almost
Faster!
immediately, the
Don't
blame
look back!
fell on one man,
We've lost everything!
Emperor Nero.
Help!
You may
But
rise.
here's the twist. There is no solid
tell
proof
me
he
your news.
actually did it. So the real question is, did Nero burn Rome, or was he the perfect scapegoat? The fire started in the crowded merchant district near the
Help
Circus
us!
Maximus.
Keep moving!
Narrow
This way,
streets, wooden buildings
Watch the
packed
cart!
tightly together. It was the perfect environment for disaster. Within hours, the
Get
flames
outta here!
spread out of
No
control.
retreat!
Fueled by
Father, what do
wind
we
and
do?
chaos,
Hold on,
the
son.
fire
Fall back.
consumed everything in its path.
Run!
This
Hurry!
catastrophe
To the
would
door!
later be known as the Great Fire of Rome.
Keep going!
For 6
We're almost
terrifying days, Rome burned.
out. Hurry!
People ran through the streets carrying whatever they could. Families were separated. Homes collapsed. Entire districts vanished overnight. Out of Rome's 14 districts,
10 districts
10
damaged,
were damaged.
3 districts
3 were
destroyed.
completely destroyed.
This wasn't just
a fire. It was a national
catastrophe.
catastrophe. Here's where things get strange. At the time the fire started, Nero was not even in Rome. He was in a town called Antium. When he heard the news, he rushed back to the city. According to some historical accounts, he opened his gardens to refugees, organized relief efforts, and provided food and shelter. But other stories paint a very different picture. They claim Nero watched the city burn and even performed music while it happened. This is where the famous myth comes from. Nero fiddled while Rome burned. But there's a problem. The violin didn't even exist back then. After the fire, rumors spread quickly. Some people believed the fire was no accident. They claimed it was deliberately started. And the main suspect, Nero himself. Why? Because after the fire, he began rebuilding Rome, but in a very specific way. Wider streets, better planning, and most importantly, a massive new palace for himself, the Domus Aurea, the Golden House. To many Romans, this looked suspicious, almost as if the fire had cleared space for Nero's dream city. Facing growing anger, Nero needed someone to blame, so he chose a small, unpopular religious group, Christians. He accused them of starting the fire. What followed was brutal. Christians were arrested, tortured, and
You stand
executed.
before me accused.
Some were even
Your
burned
insolence will
alive
not
as
be
human
tolerated.
torches.
Please have mercy.
It was one of the
I will have
earliest
my
recorded
justice.
persecutions of
Arrest
Christians
them.
in Roman
No,
history.
please let us go.
But this raises an important
You are
question.
coming with us.
Did Nero truly believe they were guilty, or was he just protecting himself? Most of what we know comes from Roman historians like Tacitus. Interestingly, even Tacitus, who was not a fan of Nero, admitted there was no clear evidence that Nero started the fire. Modern historians are divided. Some believe Nero may have ordered it. Others argue the fire was likely accidental and spread due to poor city design. Remember, Rome was basically a fire trap at the time. So, what really happened? Let's break it down. No solid proof Nero started the fire. Strong rumors and suspicious timing. A clear motive: rebuild Rome his way. A convenient scapegoat. It's the perfect historical mystery. And that's why, nearly 2,000 years later, we're still asking the same question. Did Nero burn Rome? Or was he a ruler caught in the wrong place at the wrong time? History doesn't always give us clear answers. Sometimes it only leaves behind stories, rumors, and shadows. And in the case of Nero, the truth may have burned away with the city itself.
It holds my interest.